Hey the gang, welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa. This is my workshop. This is going to be a Papa's Quick Hits video. I think this is number 11. Maybe it's number 12. I don't know. 11 or 12. So, I have a question. What do you do if you love this hobby, but you're a dunderhead? Well, I think I can speak to both, okay? Because I really do love this hobby. And yes, I am a dunderhead. And I think you're going to agree with me when I show you what I did, okay? So let's hang on and let's go take a look at what I did. Okay, so we're over here at the assembly bench and we're continuing our work with our Italy 1940s Firetruck. All right, and I've added a few things. I've got the hoses and the side racks on and the storage bin. Same thing on the other side. Okay, let me move that up so you can see it. Okay, and yeah, it's coming along. All right, and I'm really kind of happy in general sense with how this is coming along. I've got a spare tire up on the top, and got a little bit of rust and patina in there, so we're moving along quite nicely. So here's what I discovered in looking things over and so forth. We had discussed putting in the windshield, I don't know, 1 or 2 videos back, and I even discussed how I put some dirt where, the windshield wipers would come around. It leaves the dirt mark on the side, okay? And then we installed the windshield right there, okay? There you go. And I noticed right here, right along there, okay, that the side of the windshield was sticking out just a hair, okay? It was sticking out just so slightly that, I could have probably left it and it might have been okay, but it kept bothering me. I knew that it was there and I just wasn't happy. So what I did, okay, is I took my X-Acto knife and I inserted it right here where that little area was, and I was able to just pull that back a little bit. Now my intention was to pull the entire windshield out, and what I was going to do was I was going to try to trim this little opening here, all right, and then see if I could get the windshield recessed back in there. So that's what I did. I pulled back the windshield. Whoop, there we go. I pulled back the windshield and it just came out right here. The rest of it stayed in, all right? I just had this little piece that was pulled out. So I thought, gee, maybe I can stick my X-Acto knife in there and trim this, all right? That's what I did. And you know what? It worked. I trimmed off just the tiniest little piece and I pushed the windshield back in and it fit like a glove. It was perfect, all right? So now I'm thinking to myself, oh, Papa, you're a genius. That worked out just really nice, and I'm patting myself on the back, and in the middle of patting myself on the back, I noticed this. Can you see this right in here? Let me get some light on there. Whoops, there we go. Okay, can you see this little area? I don't know if I can do this, I'm running out of hands. Right here, this black area right there. Well, you can see that black area now, but guess what? When I pulled the windshield out, it wasn't there. I left a gap, okay? So I can get some more light down here. There we go. Okay, this was all open, okay? So the dashboard was not touching up here. I didn't secure it, so this whole thing was a gap. It was open. So now, I am no longer patting myself on the back and calling myself a genius. I am thoroughly calling myself a dunderhead, and I'm rather annoyed at myself. So, if you follow the channel, you know that rule number 1 here on Papa's Model Workshop is never build mad, all right? So, I stepped away, thought about this, and here's the dopey solution that I came up with, all right? These are Post-it notes, okay? Typical Post-it notes, nothing special about them. So I took a Post-it note off, all right? And I put it inside here, okay? Let's see if I can get this light back down here so you can see this a little bit better. Okay, is that better? I think that's better. So I put this Post-it note in here. Now, obviously, with the Post-it note there, I cannot see the gap. But what I could do is I could take my X-Acto knife and poke the, what is this called? Post-it note. I could poke the Post-it note and then ride right along like that against the edge, okay? And then do the same thing over here. Poke it and ride right along the edge, okay? And in doing that, I wound up with this, okay? A little template of the gap. So, with that, I have spoken to you in the past about these evergreen polystyrene sheets. You can get these on Amazon. I got these at Hobby Lobby. They're readily available. They're used a lot by train hobbyists. So, you know, your typical hobby store should have these if they sell trains and so forth. So I took a piece of evergreen polystyrene sheet, right? This one. And I took my template, and in fact, you can still see right here, okay? I laid my template down, and with a utility knife, I cut a piece of this polystyrene to match the template, okay? Just laid the template down, and I just cut around it, all right? So then I wound up with a piece of polystyrene like that, okay? So I placed it inside here, and I glued it in, and it did not fit exactly perfect. So what I did was I removed it, and I trimmed it a little bit with my X-Acto knife, okay? And then I trimmed it just a little bit more with my file, and I got it so I was able to fit it right inside there, okay? So I fit it in, I glued it, and then I took let me see if I can reach this. I took an acrylic marker, okay? Because the inside of this truck is all black, all right? Remember, it's a 1940s era Firetruck over in Europe, so it was used during World War II. So this thing was just really very basic. It wasn't, you know, fixed up to look nice. It was utilitarian, and it was just a black interior. So that being the case, once I got that little piece of polystyrene glued into place, I took my black marker, and from the outside, I just colored it in black. And now I think we're in pretty good shape. So the moral of the story is, A, repeating what I've said in the past, never build mad. And when you come back, after you take a few minutes to calm yourself and you give it some thought, you can come up with a solution, well, to most things anyway. And this was kind of an out-of-the-box solution that seems to have worked. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And otherwise, we're coming along rather nicely with this. You know, we have the little top on here, and I weathered that as well. I made it, you know, so that, you know, we have some rust spots, and I made the handle here a little bit grungy. So we're moving along with this. And with any luck, I might even finish this up today, which would be kind of nice. So, you know, I have to weather all of this in the front. This hasn't been touched yet. So we're getting there, okay? So there we go. 1940s Italy Firetruck. So I think that's going to do it for this Papa's Quick Hits video. Don't forget to visit my sponsor, okay? And this discount code right there, okay, gives you 15% off, not 10, but 15% off. And you can use it on Amazon too. And it's not just for the Seeker airbrush. It's for everything, okay? And don't forget, Gallery makes the Kaleido paints. So That's 15% off of airbrushes, airbrush accessories, and Kaleido paints, okay? So jump all over this, use that code, and get 15% off. Alrighty. So as I said, I think this is going to do it for this quick hits video. My next thing that I am kind of a little bit perplexed about is these headlights right here. Okay, see these headlights? Now, I've got the lens in the bezel, okay? According to the schematic, I'm going to show you this real quick. Okay, here we go. There it is, okay? And it goes right there, see? And that would be right about there, okay? Except there's nothing here, okay? And I have discovered this with this Italeri kit. Now, as I have mentioned before, this is my very first Italeri kit, so I'm kind of feeling my way along with this kit as I go, getting to know it. And what I've discovered is that there are a number of areas where things just get glued. There's nothing there to glue it to. There's not a pilot hole. There's not a little nub or something to attach it to. Now, there was a little something up here, but there was nothing on the side here. Okay, and I have found that in, you know, a couple of different areas where you just have to glue things without anything being there. So I'm a little bit concerned about doing that with this headlight bezel. Right, there is a little area right, can you see that? It's hard to see. There you go, see right there. That's where this attaches to that. And I'm a little bit reluctant to just simply throw glue on here and stick it on here. So what I'm thinking about doing is using an insect pin. All right, these are insect pins, okay? Got these on Amazon, and they are very, very thin pins. They're a little bit like a straight pin, okay, that you would get out of a sewing box, okay? And here we go. I only need one. I've got two of them here that are stuck together, and they don't want to come apart. There we go. Okay, can you see that okay? It's a very thin pin. Now, we have discussed in the past, a while ago actually, about pinning things. And I did this with the Lindbergh Mercedes, the 29 Lindbergh Mercedes that I did probably about, I don't know, about 8 or 10 months ago, maybe it was a year ago. And this hole, can you see that hole? That hole was not there. I made that with a pin vise, okay? And I don't know where my pin vise, here it is. All right, see the size of that bit on the pin vise? Okay, in fact, you can still see the black, the black shavings on there from when I made this little hole. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to pin this. I made the hole, and I'm going to insert this pin right inside there like that. Okay. And then I will cut it so there's only a little bit left. And then I will drill with my pin vise once again a corresponding hole right there. And then I will be able to pin this to that front fender. So perhaps we'll discuss doing that in the next Papa's Quick Hits video. But for now, we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so thanks again for checking in, and I will see all of you in the next video.